My child, I know how restless your heart has felt lately. Even when things look calm on the outside, something inside you stayed tense. You tried to relax, but your thoughts kept racing. You tried to rest, but your spirit stayed alert. Listen closely now. Peace is not something you must chase. I am restoring it within you gently, quietly, one breath at a time. You don't have to fix yourself. You don't have to figure everything out. Just stay here with me for a moment and let your heart begin to settle. My child, I see how your body has learned to stay alert even when nothing appears wrong. I know how your mind keeps moving even when you tell yourself to rest. You lie down, but your thoughts continue. You breathe, but the tension remains. You try to relax, yet something inside you stays guarded. That is not because you lack faith. It is because you have been carrying too much for too long. And now, I am not asking you to solve anything. I am inviting you to rest. Peace does not begin when problems disappear. It begins when your heart learns it does not have to stay tense to survive. For a long time, you believed that staying alert would protect you. You learned to anticipate what might go wrong, so you could be prepared. You learned to replay conversations, so you wouldn't be caught off guard again. You learned to hold your breath emotionally, thinking that if you relaxed, something might fall apart. But listen carefully now. You are safe enough to exhale. I am not disappointed in you for feeling restless. I am not distant because your thoughts wander. I am not frustrated by your inability to quiet your mind instantly. Healing does not rush. Peace does not demand perfection. Restoration happens gently, one moment, one breath, one release at a time. You have been carrying invisible weight, responsibilities that others don't see, emotional tension you don't always name, expectations you quietly placed on yourself. And because you carried it silently, your body learned to stay on guard. Even when your environment changed, your nervous system did not. That is why rest feels difficult, not because you are unwilling, but because you have learned survival. But survival is not your destination. I am teaching your heart a new rhythm now. A rhythm that does not rush. A rhythm that does not brace for impact. A rhythm that trusts me to hold what you release. You do not need to let go of everything at once. You only need to let go of what you are holding right now. Take a slow breath. Feel your shoulders soften. Let your jaw unclench. Allow your thoughts to slow, not disappear, just settle. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. My child, peace is not something you earn after everything is resolved. Peace is something I place within you even while things are still unfolding. You don't have to wait for clarity to rest. You don't have to wait for answers to be calm. You don't have to wait for certainty to trust. Rest begins before answers arrive. There were seasons when staying alert was necessary. Times when relaxing would have left you vulnerable. Times when you had to stay aware, careful, and guarded. And that vigilance protected you then. But those seasons have passed. The danger is no longer present, even though your body still remembers it. I am gently reminding you that the threat has ended. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are not missing something important. You are simply tired, and tired hearts need care, not correction. I am not asking you to fix your restlessness. I am asking you to bring it to me. Let me sit with you in the tension. Let me be present in the racing thoughts. Let me hold the worries you keep replaying. You don't have to calm yourself. I will calm you. Peace returns slowly when it has been absent for a long time. It doesn't rush back. It doesn't arrive dramatically. It settles gently, like warmth spreading after a cold season. You may not notice it all at once, but if you pay attention, you will feel small shifts, your breathing deepening, your thoughts softening, your heart unclenching. My child, I am not removing your responsibilities. I am removing the pressure around them. You can care without carrying anxiety. You can plan without panic. You can move forward without fear controlling you. I am teaching you how to exist without being constantly on edge. You may feel uncomfortable with peace at first. Calm can feel unfamiliar after chaos. Stillness can feel unsafe after survival. But stay here. Let your nervous system learn that rest is no longer dangerous. Let your heart learn that it does not need armor all the time. You are not letting your guard down irresponsibly. You are letting it down intentionally because I am guarding you now. My child, peace is not fragile. It does not disappear the moment something feels uncertain. The peace I am restoring is steady. It remains even when questions remain unanswered. It stays even when life continues. It anchors you rather than isolating you. I am restoring your peace not by changing everything around you, but by changing how deeply you trust being held. You are not holding everything together. I am. And the moment you stop trying to manage everything internally, peace has space to return. So stay here with me. Breathe slowly. Let go gently. You do not need to hurry. This is the beginning of restoration. My child, now that you have begun to slow your breathing and soften the tension you've carried, I want you to know something important. Your heart is learning safety again. Safety is not just about surroundings. It is about what your spirit believes. For a long time, your heart believed it had to stay alert to survive. Even when nothing was wrong, it stayed prepared for something to go wrong. That is not a flaw. That is memory. And memory needs gentleness, not force. You did not become restless without reason. Your heart adapted to seasons that required vigilance. It learned to scan for danger, to anticipate disappointment, to stay ready for loss. Even when those seasons ended, your heart did not immediately relax. It stayed in protection mode because it remembered what it cost you before. And now, I am teaching it something new, that it does not need to guard itself anymore. Peace is not an instant switch. It is a relearning process. It is your nervous system slowly understanding that it is no longer under threat, that it is allowed to pause, that it is allowed to settle, that it is allowed to rest without consequence. And I am patient with this process. I do not rush healing. I walk with it. You may notice moments when peace arrives briefly, then disappears again. That does not mean you are failing. It means your heart is practicing something unfamiliar. Just as muscles strengthen with repetition, peace strengthens with permission. Each time you choose to pause, to breathe, to trust, you are teaching your heart that rest is safe. I know you still carry worries that surface unexpectedly, thoughts that rise without warning, fears that whisper late at night. Do not fight them. Fighting creates more tension. Instead, notice them and then release them gently. You do not have to solve every thought to be at peace. You only have to stop letting thoughts command your body. You are allowed to let your shoulders relax, even if everything is not resolved. You are allowed to rest, even if answers are still forming. You are allowed to feel calm, even if tomorrow is unknown. Peace does not mean denial, it means trust. My child, you do not need to replay the past to prevent it from repeating. Awareness does not require rumination. Wisdom does not require anxiety. You have learned what you needed to learn. You do not need to keep revisiting pain to prove you remember it. I am protecting you now. You may feel moments of guilt when you relax, as if resting means neglecting responsibility. That guilt does not come from me. It comes from a belief that you must always be doing something to be safe. But rest is not neglect. It is preparation. A rested heart discerns more clearly. A calm mind chooses more wisely. A peaceful spirit responds rather than reacts. I am also restoring your ability to trust quiet moments. Silence no longer needs to feel threatening. Stillness does not mean something bad is coming. Calm does not mean you are forgetting something important. Calm means your heart is finally receiving care. My child, let go of the belief that peace must be earned. You do not earn peace by suffering long enough. You receive peace by trusting deeply enough. And trust is not proven by endurance. It is proven by surrender. You have carried so much internally. Emotions you never fully expressed. Worries you never shared. Fears you managed alone. That internal load trained your body to stay tight. But now, you are releasing it little by little. Each release creates space for peace to settle. You will notice subtle changes. Your breathing will deepen without effort. Your thoughts will slow without force. Your body will relax without explanation. These changes may feel small, but they are significant. They are signs that your heart is learning it no longer has to stay on guard. I want you to trust the quiet progress. Peace grows silently. It does not announce itself. It does not demand attention. It settles gently and stays if you allow it. Do not measure your peace by how calm you feel in one moment. Measure it by how quickly you return to calm after disturbance. My child, the peace I am restoring is not fragile. It does not shatter when uncertainty appears. It remains because it is rooted in me, not circumstances. Even when challenges arise, this peace will steady you rather than abandon you. You do not need to brace for the future anymore. You do not need to anticipate loss before joy arrives. You do not need to prepare for pain to survive. You are safe now. Let your heart learn that safety slowly. Let it trust again. Let it rest again. Let it breathe again. I am not leaving you. I am not stepping away when you relax. I am closer than ever. Peace is returning, not suddenly, but surely, and you are learning to receive it without fear. My child, now that your heart has begun to relearn safety and your breathing is no longer forced, I want you to rest in this truth. Peace is not visiting you briefly. It is staying with you. You are not borrowing calm for a moment, only to return to restlessness later. What I am restoring is not temporary relief. It is a new foundation, and foundations do not disappear when storms pass through. They hold steady beneath everything. There was a time when peace felt fragile to you, when calm moments made you nervous instead of comforted. You wondered how long it would last. You waited for the other shoe to drop. You stayed alert even while resting, fearing that something might go wrong if you relaxed too deeply. But that fear belonged to old seasons, seasons where you had to be vigilant to survive. You are not in those seasons anymore. You no longer need to measure peace by how quiet your thoughts are. Peace does not require silence in the mind. It requires safety in the heart. And safety is being rebuilt gently within you. You will still have thoughts. You will still face uncertainty. You will still navigate responsibilities. But peace will remain underneath it all, steady, grounding, reliable. My child, peace does not mean you will never feel anxious again. It means anxiety will no longer control you. It means fear will no longer sit in the center of your decisions. It means tension will no longer be your default state. You are learning to return to calm instead of staying trapped in worry. You may notice that when stress arises now, it feels different. It does not spiral as quickly. It does not last as long. It does not tighten your body the way it once did. That is because peace is taking root. And rooted peace does not disappear easily. I want you to release the expectation that healing must be dramatic to be real. Healing is often quiet. It unfolds slowly. It reveals itself in subtle shifts. How quickly you breathe again. how gently you respond, how easily you let go. These changes matter. They are evidence that peace is settling in deeply. You are not losing awareness. You are not becoming careless. You are not ignoring reality. You are becoming grounded. My child, I am teaching you how to carry peace into movement. You do not have to stop living to be calm. You do not have to escape responsibility to feel safe. You do not have to isolate yourself to maintain rest. Peace will walk with you into conversations, decisions, and daily life. It will steady you rather than remove you. There will be moments when old habits try to return, moments when your body tenses out of memory, when your mind anticipates trouble, when your heart braces unnecessarily. When that happens, do not criticize yourself. Simply return to breath. Return to trust. Return to me. Peace is patient. It does not abandon you for forgetting. I am not restoring peace so that you never feel anything again. I am restoring peace so that emotions no longer overwhelm you. You will still feel deeply joy, sadness, excitement, concern, but none of them will hijack your spirit. Peace will hold space for them all. You are learning to exist without pressure pressing against your chest. You are learning to rest without guilt whispering in your mind. You are learning to trust quiet moments without fear interrupting them. This learning is sacred. My child, peace will begin to affect your choices. You will no longer rush decisions out of anxiety. You will no longer say yes out of fear of disappointing others. You will no longer stay in places that disturb your spirit. Peace will guide you, gently but firmly. You will recognize what belongs in your life by how it feels in your body. Alignment will feel calm. Misalignment will feel heavy. And you will trust those signals without second-guessing yourself. Peace sharpens discernment. It does not dull it. I want you to stop worrying about maintaining peace perfectly. Peace is not fragile. It does not shatter when life becomes busy. It does not disappear when challenges arise. It remains because it is rooted in my presence, not your effort. Now, let these words rise gently within you and settle into trust. God, I receive the peace you are restoring. I release the tension I've carried for too long. I let go of the need to stay alert all the time. Teach my heart that it is safe to rest. Calm my thoughts when they race. Steady my spirit when uncertainty appears. Help me return to peace whenever I drift. I trust you to hold what I release. I trust you to guard what I no longer carry. I receive your peace now, not temporarily, but deeply and completely. My child, remain here, not striving, not rushing, not bracing, just present, just breathing, just trusting. Peace is no longer something you must search for. It is something you live from now. Your nights will become quieter. Your days will feel steadier. Your heart will feel lighter. Not because life has stopped, but because peace has arrived, and it will stay with you. If this message brought peace to your heart, comment, I receive God's peace. Like this, if you felt your breathing slow while listening. Subscribe to God's Amen message to stay connected to messages that restore calm and faith. Share this with someone who needs rest. Remind them peace is possible.